says Hamas has rejected the latest Israeli proposal for the release of hostages and a ceasefire. Instead, the group is reaffirming its commitment to an alternative put forward by Egypt and Qatar. That mediated plan proposes a 50-day ceasefire and a step-by-step process for exchanging Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners. In the absence of any agreement, bombardment continues. This afternoon, thick black smoke was seen billowing from the southern Gaza Strip, along with the sound of muffled explosions. The Israelis say they are establishing a new security corridor which will divide Rafah from Khan Younis and give Israel control of a second access in southern Gaza. Well, our Middle East correspondent Yolande Knell is in Jerusalem for us.
We know that Israeli troops are operating inside Rafah now, and the Israeli government, the Israeli Prime Minister indeed, has talked about dissecting the Strip to put pressure on Hamas to free the remaining hostages that it's holding. It's believed that 24 of them are still alive. What we've seen over the past few hours is more of this intense bombardment, both in the south of the Strip, also in Gaza City as well. And the latest figures that have come out for the past 24 hours from the Hamas-run Ministry of Health in Gaza talk about 100 people having been killed. We just had a briefing a short time ago with the Israeli military spokesperson, and he was saying that there will now be this investigation into that incident on the 23rd of March when Israeli fire killed these 15 emergency workers close to Rafah. Their vehicles came under fire one by one in the early hours of the morning. They say that they were responding to an emergency call of people that were wounded, that there was gunfire in that area. A Palestinian paramedic who appears to be the only survivor has spoken to the BBC and really disputed the Israeli account of what happened. When the Israeli military spokesperson was talking to us, he said that now this investigation has been passed on to the general staff, so outside of the chain of command. He said that people would be held accountable if necessary, but Israel's initial investigation said that these were vehicles that were advancing suspiciously towards Israeli troops with no lights, with no emergency signals, they say, and they say that 9 members of Hamas and Islamic Jihad were killed, although they've only given the name of one of the Hamas members who they say was involved in the deadly 7th of October attacks on Israel.
Well, that was Yolande Knell, our Middle East correspondent in Jerusalem.